Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be talking about overcoming rejection. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, liking, and dropping a comment to support your boy. So we're going to talk about rejection. Now, being able to overcome rejection, or more so developing the skill to be able to overcome rejection is I can't talk today. Being able to overcome the ability that's right. Being able to develop the skill to overcome rejection is extremely important because that's what's going to really take you far. Now, if you're playing the game of life where you're really trying to go for things and you're really trying to make things happen, you got to understand that rejection is part of the process. Rejection is going to happen. Right, it's inevitable. But part of being able to overcome rejection is changing the way that you look at it, reframing it. Because a lot of things are just perception, just the way that you look at it. And a lot of the time when a person gets rejected, you normally perceive it as though you've lost something. So let's say you've reached out, you tried to ask a girl out that you like. She goes, nah, I don't want to go out with you. You can feel as though I've lost something. You've asked somebody to be your business partner. They said no. You tried to sell a t-shirt for your new brand that you've made. Somebody said no. You can feel as though you've lost something, like the opportunity has been taken away. There was hope and now it's all gone. But we got to really think about it. Let's just like reframe rejection for a minute. Because really and truly, when you go reach out for the thing that you want, you're already in a position where you don't have the thing. Your hand goes out, it gets slapped, they say no. You're back in the position where you still don't have the thing. Nothing's happened, nothing's changed. You're still in the same space, you're still in the same spot. And what's important is that we get to a point where we're able to of course, process rejection. So naturally, of course, rejection does hurt. It does sting for a moment. So we're going to talk about processing that and how to do that. But one thing I really want to highlight, first of all, is how little rejection people are able to persevere with. And if you develop the skill to be able to persevere from rejection, you'll separate yourself from people. So there was a study that was done on rejection, which was done on the general public. So they just selected random people from the general public and they got them to try sell a product. So they're like, hey guys, here's a product, go out there, try sell it. And then people observed. And what they noticed was that from trying to sell the product, 44% of people gave up after hearing the first no. So they go out, try to sell the product. Would you like to buy this box of chocolates? No, I don't want to do it anymore. Like 26% of people gave up after hearing the second no. By the third no, more people dropped out. By the fourth no, by hearing four no's, 94% of the public who tried to sell the product gave up after hearing four no's, meaning only 6% of the people or the participants remained after hearing four no's. Only 6. And what they noticed was that 60% of the sales that they made that day for that particular product came after hearing 4 or more no's. So all the juice came after persisting, after taking a couple of no's, taking a little bit of rejection, all the juice and all the results came. And that's how it goes when you look at people who've achieved amazing things. They had to overcome rejection. You look at people like I can't remember her name. The lady who wrote Harry Potter took so much rejection from loads of different publishers. You look up Sylvester Stallone, who's an amazing actor, took so much rejection from all these different acting companies. Rejection is part of the process. It's how you learn. You look at people who are good in social interactions. They've had to learn. You learn social skills. Some people inherit them. Sometimes you learn. So you have to be rejected a couple times to develop the skill. So you can't take it too personally. So how do we process rejection? So of course you have that feeling where it stings, where it hurts. When it's stinging and it's hurting and you're feeling that emotion of pain, we've got to process the pain, because when you don't process the pain, your mind will begin to overgeneralize and create stories. So how do we process the pain? We process the pain by getting into the habit of journaling. So if you're not watching my mental health morning routine video, watch that video. I want you guys to get into the habit of journaling whenever you experience pain. Journal anyway. Journal about your feelings, journal about your emotions. Now, the reason why it's so important to get into the habit of journaling is because it trains you to be able to identify what exactly it is that you're feeling. So a lot of the time, your feelings are stacked on top of each other. So somebody can say, I'm really, really angry about something. But when we really dig deeper, anger isn't really the dominant emotion. Anger is one of the emotions on top. What's really being felt is fear. I'm angry. What's really being felt is disappointment. You know what I'm saying? I'm angry. What's really being felt is a feeling of unworthiness. So when you get into the habit of journaling, like the pain that you feel, and you write it down and you process it, you're processing your emotions and you're being honest with yourself and you're working through it and you're understanding it, it's easier to deal with. It's easier to overcome. And once you overcome it and you recover it, you go again. But you have to process it, because what happens is that when you don't process it, your mind runs wild, because your mind likes to generalize things. So you get rejected one time by the person that you like, you start telling yourself the story, I'm ugly, I'm unworthy of love, I'm just a hideous person. And what's wrong with me? right? You try sell the t-shirt for your new brand. Somebody says, no, my brand is terrible. You're overgenerous. Maybe your marketing was just a little bit off. Maybe it's not your ideal target audience. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you read the signs wrong. Maybe your CV needs to be improved. You know, the most important thing is journaling, because when you journal and you're writing things out, it's a learning process. You learn from that particular experience, you learn from that particular rejection, and then you improve yourself, you course correct a little bit, and then you go again. That's how you process it. You journal, you process, you go again, you try again. Because persistence is key, my friend. You have to continuously keep going out there. You have to continuously keep trying. Because if you always shy away every time you get rejected, if you keep trying to avoid being rejected, you keep trying to avoid pain, you're not gonna hit the heights of life that you want to hit. That you want to hit. I'd imagine that you want to hit them if you're watching this channel. You won't get there. And you've seen from that study how little people are able to overcome rejection. People give up so easy. So if you're persistent, you'll get the results. You will eventually get there, but you got to get into the habit of reaching out. Ouch, pain, process, learn, go again, and eventually you get the results. So that's the video of the day. You guys take care. I'll be back again for the next one. Peace and love. Goodbye.